Which of these four Esperanto words has a different tone or syllable pattern? To determine which word has a different tone or syllable pattern, let's break down the syllables and their stress for each Esperanto word. Let's take a listen to our first word. Cerbo. Our first word, cerbo, has the stress on the first syllable. Cerbo. The good news about Esperanto is that it's a language with no exceptions to its rules. The rule in this case being that the stress always falls on the second to last syllable. Of course, with a two-syllable word like this one, that means the stress falls on the first syllable. With this in mind, let's take a listen to our next word. Ankaŭ. Ankaŭ. Again, we find two syllables with the stress on the first syllable. Ankaŭ. So far, these two words have the same syllable pattern. Let's take a listen to our third word. Photon. Photon follows the same pattern. Two syllables with the stress on the first syllable. Photon. And finally, our fourth word. Tero. With tero, again, we find a two-syllable word with the stress on the first syllable. Tero. As we're looking for the odd one out, but all of these words have the same number of syllables and share the same stress, we're going to have to look for a different differentiating factor. And indeed, upon closer examination, we find one. Vowel type. As a quick rundown, essentially, vowel sounds can be broken down into three categories: monophthongs, diphthongs, and triphthongs. A monophthong is a vowel sound that stays steady and doesn't change when being pronounced. For example, the I sound in sit or the U sound in boot. A diphthong, on the other hand, is a vowel sound that slides into another vowel sound when being pronounced. For example, when saying the word cow slowly, you can hear how the ah sound slides into the U sound. Cow. The same is true for the word say, for example. The e slides into the e, say. And finally, triphthongs are the same as diphthongs, just with three vowel sounds instead of two. Although these are rarer in English, you can hear examples in the word boyish. We slide from o to e to I, or fire, where we slide from a to e to With this information in mind, taking a fresh look at our choices, we can see that choices A, C, and D all end in monophthongs, while choice B ends in a diphthong, ankaŭ. Because we can see that our question asks which word differs in tone and vowel sound falls under tone, we can go ahead and mark choice B, ankaŭ, as our final answer.